Good morning, Hebron. Many of you know me in passing, perhaps as Misty's babysitter, the girls' assistant hockey coach, or simply a familiar face around campus. But today, I'd like to introduce myself in a different light. As the proud sister of an extraordinary young woman. You probably know her too. She's a fixture on the soccer field and in the ice rink. And she often can be spotted walking around with her signature long blonde hair. She might frustrate you from time to time, especially when she reacts dramatically to something as minor as a bee, treating it like a personal catastrophe. But if nothing else, you undoubtedly recognize how intelligent she is. Growing up, I often found myself in her shadow, quietly envious of her seemingly effortless academic brilliance. While I had to work harder to achieve the same result, she made it all look easy. But with time, that envy has transformed into admiration. I no longer wish to be like her, but I aspire to learn from her. She is, unquestionably, one of the most intellectually gifted people I know. Though I wouldn't rely on her for directions or navigating a parking lot because her street smarts may be questionable. Her intelligence is unparalleled. She moves through the world with empathy, always considering others before speaking or acting, and is driven by a genuine desire to uplift those around her, even when they may not return the favor. What I hope to leave you with today is this. If more of us choose to see the world through her lens, with compassion, thoughtfulness, and an unshakable commitment to doing good, this world would be a far better place. Now, please help me welcome my sister, Belle Beauchesne.
Good morning. Over the past 4 years, I've sat through over 100 last words, wondering what I was going to write mine about and what personal requirements I had to make it a great one. It has to be personal, yet relatable. Needs an important message, but not something that is boring or has been heard before. It simply needs to be perfect without making it look like I tried too hard, I thought. But when I sat down to write my last word, I realized that you can't please everyone, so I may as well just talk about what I want to talk about, which is what I'm going to do. Today, I will be talking about the story of Icarus and how things aren't always as they seem at first glance. Now, for the sake of time, I'll spare you a history lesson and give you the SparkNotes version of the story. The story of Icarus is one rooted in Greek mythology, where Icarus is trapped on an island in Crete. With his father being a skilled craftsman, Icarus was gifted wings made of wax and feathers to be able to escape the island. The only catch was that Icarus would not be able to fly too close to the sun, or else the wax wings would melt, ending his chances of ever escaping the island again. After being warned by his father about the wax wings, Icarus took off, and to no surprise, flew too close to the sun. His wax wings melted, and he plummeted into the ocean, unable to swim back to the island. At first glance, this story seems to represent the consequences of not following directions and what happens when you disobey your parents. But I choose to look at the moral of the story a little differently. While many regard the fall of Icarus as a tragedy, I think there's a hidden beauty to it that a lot of people tend to overlook. It wasn't stupidity that led to Icarus's preventable death, but curiosity and passion. So captivated by the feeling of being able to fly after being trapped on an island his whole life, Icarus was uncontrollably drawn to the sun. The thrill of finally experiencing freedom and the newfound passion he had for soaring beyond the isolated and limited life he once knew distracted him so much that by the time he realized he was getting a bit too close to the sun, it was too late and he was already starting his descent to the sea. While not always healthy in extreme cases, there is beauty in being so enthralled by something, be it a passion or other facet of life to put your time and energy into, that tunnel vision takes over. Imagine finding something so interesting or so enjoyable in life that you're willing to channel all of your time, effort, and attention to it. On the flip side, imagine never finding that thing and the feeling of emptiness that comes along with it. So maybe the fall of Icarus isn't a tragedy after all. Maybe the only tragedy in that story is the possibility of never having the courage and ambition to be able to fly into the sun. As famous writer Oscar Wilde said, "Never regret thy fall, O Icarus of the fearless flight, for the greatest tragedy of them all is never to feel the burning light." If there's one thing I ask you to take away from this last word, it's this: ambition is a force to work with instead of something to fear. I want to take a moment to thank my parents, sister, family, friends, coaches, and teachers who have pushed me to become a better student, athlete, and overall person. May you all have the bravery and determination to find something worthy of flying into the sun for. Thank you.